Hey everybody, welcome to a Jersey Concept video. If you're new, my name is Neil, and today we're looking at Stadium Series jerseys. NHL, obviously, NHL Stadium Series jerseys. These are by Drew Martin, but I have two things to say first before we get into this, so please don't skip ahead. The first thing is extremely important, okay? Guess what's coming up on Friday? It's Black Friday. It's the biggest sales day of the entire year. It's bigger than Boxing Day. It's bigger than any other day in the year, okay? Black Friday is where it's at. And usually I promote sports templates. Put the two together, what do you get? An amazing sale over on sports templates coming this Friday. Usually I say, in these videos, if you want to come up with the designs, go to sportstemplates.net, use code post-to-post, get yourself 10% off, get the jersey template, get any other template. I'm telling you not to go to sportstemplates.net right now, okay? I'm saying wait until Friday because their biggest sale of the year happens on Black Friday. I think it's going to be like 40% off. So save your coin, okay, for just a couple of days and then hit up sportstemplates.net this coming Friday and just go ham. Get all the templates that you need because it's the biggest sale of the year, like I said, from that site. And you can snag a bunch of awesome concepts, or templates rather. And there's also other templates coming out on the same day. I think they're releasing one template that day, so it's a pretty good day for concept designers, whether it's jerseys, whether it's helmets, it doesn't really matter. Go load up over on sportstemplates.net on Friday. Not today, not tomorrow, on Friday. The second thing I want to say is this is not a typical series that you'd see on the channel. Yeah, they're Stadium Series jerseys. Yeah, they're jersey concepts. But Drew's done something very important here. Maybe not important, but very unique. He's created 34 jerseys, so not 32. So there's 17 different matchups. But what he's done, he's created the matchup between the two teams. So, for example, the first one is going to be Carolina versus Tampa. Okay, that's the matchup that he chose for those two teams. And then I think the next one is Seattle versus Vancouver. So he's kind of created the matchups, but then he's kind of melded the jerseys on each side to kind of not necessarily match each other, but kind of, like sometimes Stadium Series jerseys will look similar. They're supposed to. They're part of an inner brand, basically, from a specialty game. So I've only seen one matchup here. This is going to be totally new for me. It's going to be totally new for you. I've seen the first one, which is Carolina versus Tampa. We're going to look at that first, but I just wanted to let you guys know this is a really cool video in the aspect that Drew did it. He created these matchups, and then he created the jerseys to go head-to-head against each other. So should be a little bit of theme within each matchup. So let's take a peek. Let's get into this. So Carolina is first. It's the first jersey we're going to look at. Number 2 is going to be Tampa. That's the second half of this matchup. So 1 and 2, one matchup. 3 and 4, one matchup. So on and so forth. Let's take a look at this Carolina Hurricanes jersey, and it is amazing. I really like it. Now, Carolina accidentally leaked, well, they didn't, but it was leaked, their Stadium Series jersey that was supposed to happen this year, I think, at some point, but it was delayed, it was canceled or whatever until next year. I can't remember, but it was leaked, and it looks actually quite similar to this. And this is nice. I really like this a lot. I love how he has a bit of that texture in the slot where the numbers go. If you're not aware, in Carolina's alternate jersey, they do have that texture in one of the stripes, or both the stripes on the arms rather, and so that's already part of their brand. He didn't really make a creative decision there. He worked what was already within their graphical assets, so really good decision, as well as the grayed out or almost transparent North Carolina flag, state flag in the shoulder, which is awesome. Then he's created a Stadium Series kind of logo for this matchup too, which is really cool. So great start. I really like this jersey. Let's check out the next one, which is Tampa Bay. Okay, so yes, this is the other one that I did see. So you notice kind of the theme between these two jerseys. Look at the arm section. Like in the Carolina one, the number was enclosed in that little area. And same with this. The number is kind of enclosed in that little area. So you've seen what I've seen so far. I suspect all the jerseys from here on out in all the matchups, they might not look identical, but they might have maybe one or two common little mini themes within them, which is really cool. And this jersey is very simple. I mean, look at the logo. It's half of what the actual logo is. There's no circle around it. It's just a simple lightning bolt. I think it looks okay. I love the arms. The arms are amazing. And yeah, it's a pretty basic jersey other than that. But I think he made the right decision. This is a cool jersey. Okay, let's move on. And Seattle is going to be the next one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So, okay. This is all new to me now. This is where it gets really interesting for me. Look at the almost tentacle shape on the green striping on the arms and the bottom of the jersey. That's really cool. That specific shade of green looks good with the blue. The numbers look pretty good. May want to consider making those numbers white, but that's being very critical. Love the half-transparent anchor or secondary logo on the opposing shoulder to the shoulder patch, which kind of balances out the jersey. So kind of a nice touch. No red in this jersey whatsoever, which is part of their brand. And they are facing Vancouver. So let's check out the Vancouver jersey. Whoa. Okay, so I mean, it doesn't look that similar to the last one, but the stripes are kind of in the same area on the arms and the bottom of the jersey. But this is very clean. This is a very clean and very cool jersey, because if you're not aware of the Vancouver Canucks history, they have this, I'm not going to say hideous, very bold jersey back from, I think it was the 70s or early 80s, can't exactly remember, but it was this big V shape of color. So while the color isn't the same here, he's kind of utilized that little bit of a graphic, unexaggerated version of it, kind of in the arms and striping in the bottom. So that actually makes sense. You might be thinking, well, where did that come from? It actually came from their history a little bit, and you can kind of see that V being represented a little bit up there in the shoulder patch as well. So I'm typically not a massive fan of Vancouver Canucks concepts. I don't know why, just their brand just doesn't really stick out to me, but I really like this jersey there, this concept a lot, Drew. This is amazing. Okay, let's look at the next matchup. It's going to be Colorado. Ooh, oh, look at that. Look at that shoulder patch, that Stadium Series patch that he made. So it looks like it says Nevada on there, so I'm assuming they play Vegas is the next team, or the matching up team. You got the state flag on the shoulder, which is cool. Not a huge fan of the striping on the arms, but I understand kind of what he's going for. It's to mimic the logo in the middle and also mimic, I assume, the mountains in Colorado. It's a very mountainous state. So, that makes sense for the team. I'm just not a huge fan of just the striping design in general. But yeah, kind of a cool jersey. Very white. And they are facing Vegas, like I suspected. And here we go. Wow, that's actually kind of a cool concept. He's the little bit of intricate pattern is outside of the stripe, branched off into the actual part of the jersey, which is a neat approach. I actually like that a lot. And then the outline of Nevada State there on the shoulder, which is pretty cool. I think I would have preferred to have the actual state flag that was on there though, because of the decision to put the Colorado state flag, or at least a version of it, on the Colorado jersey. But yeah, the logo looks pretty cool as well. The fact that it lacks so much detail may be a little bit of a negative thing. It's a really cool, intricate logo to look at closely. But I do kind of like the approach at the same time, and kind of just making it simple, almost a bit of a two-tone or three-tone jersey there with that yellow outline. So kind of a neat concept for sure. All right, next matchup is starting off with Calgary. We got Blasty going hard there in the middle. I will generally say I don't like this jersey. It's the yellow, too much yellow for me. Not enough red. The shoulders, I just don't feel like they should be yellow. It reminds me a lot of the Nashville Predators away jersey a little bit. Blasty was the perfect decision for the middle, but yeah, not really a fan of the rest of the jersey. Let's see who they're facing, though. Edmonton. Of course they're facing Edmonton. That's a great decision, Drew. Battle of Alberta. And he's going with the COG design here, the COG brand that they used in the mid-2000s or early 2000s. And while I'm typically a fan of it, because that's kind of going back when I was really cheering for hockey, or into hockey rather, I don't think the modern, current, younger fan would really like this that much. I think they probably appreciate the retro, current design a little bit more. Retro, current, that's a bit of a conflicting statement, but you understand what I mean. But I do like it. It is a nice jersey. I kind of wish that both jerseys shared the provincial flag on the shoulder, though. I'd like the addition on the previous jerseys that were made. So let's move on to the next matchup, which is Arizona. Wow, this is a cool jersey. I love the gradient. As someone who's visited Arizona in the past 5 years and seen some of the colors in the landscape, and then the amazing sunsets that are there, this feels so right. It also feels very much like a 1980s RV, the inside of a 1980s RV or something. It's very brown and orange, but that's kind of cool though. Like, that's Arizona, right? Very desertness. I don't know the right word. Very sandy. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like this one a lot, actually. This is surprising me. Let's move on to the next one. Anaheim. So Arizona's going to face Anaheim here. Both have some gradients, which is cool. That's kind of the common theme here. This looks like a fruit roll-up. I don't know if that's a Canadian thing or a North American thing. Most of my viewers are from the United States, so any of my American watchers or viewers, if you know what a fruit roll-up is, please let me know down below in the comment section. And if you don't know what a fruit roll-up is, I don't know how else to relate what I mean by this. A fruit roll-up is basically this sugary square thing, and it's like all sugar, but it's got weird colors and everything. So yeah, that's kind of what it reminds me of. I do love the shoulders. I love the exterior of this jersey. The neck, moving into the shoulders, down the arms, that beautiful gradient, and then at the bottom of the jersey. I think where it loses me is actually the middle of the jersey. I think having that logo colorized in the same fashion makes it seem a little bit too cartoony or something. It doesn't feel as professional. Not that these should feel professional, but I just feel like the middle of the jersey could have really benefited from maybe an actual logo and not tried to match up with the exterior colors too much. But, personal preference, obviously. Okay, next up, we got LA. So the first team in this matchup is LA. I'm assuming maybe it's another Californian team, possibly. Okay, let's dissect this a little bit. I like the purple. The shoulder patch being black, I'm not sure. I'm wondering if that should be purple because you keep the black in the neck and then you move down to the logo and then the striping, but have the black up on the shoulder but no black on the other shoulder makes it off balance a little bit. But there's so much purple highlights in the top half of the jersey. Wondering if that LA should be purple just for symmetry reasons. Not a huge fan of the logo in the middle. Very clean jersey, that's for sure. So who are they facing? Facing San Jose, another California team like I suspected. And I don't know if there's a common theme here between these two jerseys, but it is at least an interesting jersey. San Jose Sharks have some of the best imagery and graphics in professional sports, not just in hockey. So that logo looks really good. Not their typical logo, but it looks good. A replicated version or a different version of the same logo on the shoulder, which also looks good. The striping is okay on the arms. Definitely not my favorite Sharks concept I've ever seen. Let's move on. The Islanders. Oh, look at the almost wave striping happening on the arms. That's very cool. Very cool, but very, respectful at the same time. I feel like it wouldn't upset Islanders fans too much. It's not so intense where it's the big fisherman thing at the bottom. So I think this would be acceptable for the most part. And it's a very clean jersey. I like this one a lot, actually, Drew. So who's the Islanders facing? They're facing the Rangers. Wow. Okay, you guys know me, or if you don't, welcome to the channel. You're about to learn something. I typically do not like textual or word style font logos like this. It works in the rare occasion, but most of the time, I really don't like it. I like it here. This is a rare occasion, and I don't necessarily have a specific or intentional reason as to why. Sometimes you just get the gut feeling like, oh man, I kind of really like that. Like, that looks good. That's how I feel about this. I like the little intricate font choices here with the connecting line between the R and the G. It's just something different, I guess, and it kind of connects the letters all together. And I like the style of font that he's chosen. The Rangers' typical logo up there to kind of mimic or balance the jersey from the other shoulder patch, which is the Stadium Series logo that he's created. Really cool. Yeah, I actually like this design a lot. Very clean jersey. And the arms itself, right here where it holds the numbers, that just screams New York to me because of their amazing number stylization with the big drop shadow or the big blockiness. So yeah, really great jersey here. Starting with the 8th matchup, we got Florida. Oh, wow. This is intense. Man. I actually don't mind that logo colorized in that pink color. The shoulder patch, both of them in pink, it works as well. I love the fact that he left the neck just completely white to blend in with the rest of the jersey. Having this section blocked off in black is okay. I don't even mind the pink at the bottom of both sleeves, but I am definitely not a fan of that pattern there in the middle of the arm by the elbow. I feel it's too distracting. It's too repetitive of a design. It distracts the eye away from the probably primary element of the jersey, which is the logo in the middle. The first thing I saw on this jersey when I looked at it wasn't the logo in the middle. It's one of the first things I talked about, but it wasn't the first thing I saw. It's that kind of repeating pattern along the arm. So maybe if it was just a little bit more subtle, maybe 50 to 30% transparency, something like that. But really cool design, that's for sure, at least. And Florida is facing Tampa Bay. Oh, Tampa Bay. The first thing I noticed about this jersey is that the Stadium Series patch is not on the shoulder. The number is on the shoulder, or the numbers are on the shoulder. This is an excellent jersey. I don't care that it's Stadium Series themed. I don't care if this was an alternate. This is a very cool jersey. This is exactly what I would love the Tampa Bay Lightning to do. Revitalize a bit of their brand, but have it being modern at the same time. To me, this is very close to the perfect potential home jersey of the Tampa Bay Lightning for the future. And Drew has just absolutely knocked this one out of the park. Very, very good job on this one, Drew. The 9th matchup, we've got the Ottawa Senators. Ooh, this is very typical of a Stadium Series jersey. We've seen LA do it. We've seen San Jose do it. This is totally Stadium Series, but at the same time, it almost has this like winter classic, like collegiate kind of college sweater theme to it as well. It's a very simple striping, and the colorization almost like that very like bronzy goldish color. So while this is a jersey, while a Stadium Series, and it does feel like that, it also kind of feels like a winter classic at the same time. That's hard to do. So kudos to Drew here, and a really cool design at the same time. Like, this is very different, and I think this absolutely works. I would love to see this. I don't know if it's the home jersey or the away jersey though. It's kind of two-faced in that way. Let's see who they're facing here. It's gonna be the Maple Leafs. So again, I kind of don't know what's home or away here, but a matching theme. Jerseys that have been split. This one's angled a little bit, but yeah, a really cool design. The numbers are on the shoulders. The Stadium Series logo actually matches perfectly with the rest of this jersey. This is great. It's not my favorite Maple Leafs concept I've ever seen, but the fact that it remains with the theme of the other jersey, very cool. 10th matchup, we got Philadelphia with, I would say, plain safe concept here. Nothing too different from their general brand. Obviously, they're using different. Obviously, Drew has used different striping along the bottom. The shoulders are different. But this looks, right in line basically with something that they would potentially created or maybe have had used in the past, and then maybe brought back. So this is a good design, and I like it. Yeah, good job. And they're facing Washington. Okay, not too bad at all. I was a little hesitant about the caps on the shoulder because it is a completely different shape than the opposing shoulder patch on the other side, which is the Stadium Series patch that he's created. But I think the more I looked at it, the more that it was okay. And now the arms, I think, are amazing. I also love the primary logo being chosen there, which is a logo that we're used to. It matches perfectly with the rest of the jersey, specifically with the colors, but also with the angle. If you look at the angle of approach of the wings, or angle on the side of the wings, the stripes on the jersey also kind of have that same angle, opposite direction, but same angle. So it's very subconsciously pleasing to the eye. The stars along the bottom of the jersey, even though they're very subtle, I'd actually probably remove those. I find them actually a little bit distracting, even though you can barely see them. So other than that, really cool jersey. Next matchup, we've got the Columbus Blue Jackets. Yeah, not bad. I think I would prefer the inverse version of this jersey. Work with that darker blue and have the lighter blue kind of be the accent colors. But if I saw it, maybe I wouldn't like it as much. But yeah, not too bad at all. There's missing a little bit of white from the bottom middle of the jersey. Other than that, pretty cool design. Not crazy about the shoulders, though. Who are they facing? Pittsburgh. Whoa. Okay. Very clean jersey. Very respectful jersey. Nothing modern. Nothing too aggressive going on. General striping. The neck looks good. The numbers look amazing. Yeah, pretty cool jersey. I like this one. 12th matchup, starting off with Boston. Oh, yeah, I like this. I like this a lot, actually. This is pretty good. This is really nice, actually. I'm just picturing this in an Adidas jersey. And yeah, I am down for this one for sure. A little bit off balance with the removal or the lack of a shoulder patch on the other side. But yeah, this is a strong jersey. I like this one a lot, and I shouldn't because I'm a Canadiens fan. But I do like this one. Who are they facing? They're facing Montreal. And I'm usually overly critical of Canadiens concepts because I am a Canadiens fan. But this one's pretty good. Now, I see an interesting little poke in here, and that's the numbers on the arms remain the number of the player. But the number on the shoulder, well, where does that come? 24, what does that actually mean? And it represents the amount of Stanley Cups that the Montreal Canadiens have won. And I can see some people maybe liking that addition, some people not. I don't mind it. And yeah, it's very college. It's very university. I like it. It's very simple. I like it a lot. Matchup number 13, starting off with Buffalo. Two-toned jersey here. Now I see red. The first thing I saw was the red shoulder patch. What's it say? I can't quite make it out without zooming in. I don't really want to zoom in. So it's a red team. It must be Detroit. I'm going to zoom in. It doesn't actually say a city or a stadium or anything like that. It says the word series. So kind of a cool design. Not my favorite Buffalo concept. I'm very curious to see who they're facing, though. Let's see who they're facing. Oh, it's not. Obviously, it's the Devils. Yeah. Okay. Controversial topic here is the Devils' New Jersey. If you haven't seen it, I already made a video about that prior to the official release. I made a video about the leaked version. It's the exact same jersey. I'm not going to make two videos about it. Go check that out. I just released that I just released that Saturday. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's on the channel. But this, much better than the jersey that was released, the alternate jersey that was just released. This is really cool. I love the fact that he just went with a full two-tone theme here. The Buffalo one was okay. I much prefer this one. It's very simple. It's a very simple design, and I like it. The 14th matchup, starting off with the Chicago Blackhawks. Yeah, this is pretty great. The stars on the neck might be a little bit too much, but other than that, this is a really strong jersey that would be very complimentary to the Black Winter Classic that they released a couple of years ago, which is basically the new Devils alternate. But yeah, this is a good design. Who are they facing? Gotta be St. Louis. As I just said that, I just saw the the logo up there on the top left. I don't think I like this, actually. Immediate thoughts. I think it's the striping in the background. I find it incredibly distracting behind that main logo. I don't mind it on the arms. I think it actually looks okay in the arms, but in behind, I don't know if it's the colors or the closeness of the stripes or what, but I do find it definitely a little distracting. So not my favorite. I'd probably go with Chicago. I'd definitely go with Chicago in this matchup. But yeah, let's move on to the 15th matchup. That's going to be Minnesota starting off here. Not too bad. It is definitely not my favorite Minnesota concept I've seen. I'd probably say that it's kind of average. I'm very curious to see who they're facing now. Winnipeg. Okay. This one's a tough one because I actually don't think I like either of these concepts. Or maybe not that I don't like them, but I don't love them. I don't know. This one's a tough one for me. I need to go look at the Minnesota one again. I'd probably go with the Minnesota one. The Jets one is nice. The Blues are complimentary. Just don't like the logo in the middle. I'm not sure. Who would have the best uniform here? I wonder. I don't know. This one might be a toss-up for me, actually. I'm not exactly sure. I think this may be the matchup that I like the least. And obviously, this is a subjective process. I don't think I'm right or wrong here. You guys will have different opinions, and that's okay. You are allowed to have different opinions. Let's move on to the next match. Matchup number 16, Dallas. Wow. Actually, kind of similar to the reverse retro in a way. It's a very white jersey. And the stripes on the arms actually don't look too bad. The C inside that star feels slightly unnecessary. It's too tight. I would make the star maybe a little bit bigger. Not my favorite concept. Let's move on. Let's see who they facing. Nashville. Okay, not too bad. Again, not my favorite matchup. I'm not sure which one I prefer. Yeah, I'm gonna prefer the Nashville one just because I love the fact that he went with the that deep, beautiful blue as the primary color. But probably the second least favorite matchup. Now on to the last matchup. Matchup number 17. We got Detroit. Oh, actually, I think I really like that. I love the decision of going with a black primary. He's got the C on the right side, or the correct side, rather. The D looks good on the black there, like that. Silver instead of white. Yeah, so I never thought that I would probably like a jersey or a concept like this. I've seen similar ones, but the way he's done it here is pretty good. Who are they facing? The last concept that we're going to see here. St. Louis. So this is actually the second St. Louis jersey that we've seen in here, and I like this one. This one's much better than the other one. Very clean and very, very applicable to their brand. Let me see the Detroit one again. Yeah, this one's actually pretty tough. I like both of these. I think I'm going to go with Detroit. I like that one the most. Now I'm going to try and pick the favorite concept that I've seen from this video, so just give me a minute. It's got to be Tampa. It's got to be Tampa. I don't know how it's not Tampa. And it's not even because it feels Stadium Series or it feels like a specialty jersey. Throw all that out the window. It is just a lovely modern design of a jersey that not only revitalizes the brand but stays true to it as well at the same time, with a simple logo, their same kind of blue that they use, reaching back into history with the black and the silver. So he's taken elements here from the past. He's modernized it a little bit for the future, and he's done a good job on the design in general. It's a really, really cool design, and I think it would stand out very well in the NHL. So, Drew, regardless of the whole series, which was amazing, by the way, thank you so much for submitting them. This is my favorite. So, good job on this one. Thank you so much for submitting those. Guys, let me know down below in the comment section, what was your favorite? Do you agree? Did you think the Tampa one was the best? Do you think there was a different one that was the best as well? If you want to go through and go through every single matchup and be like, matchup number 1, this is my favorite, matchup number 2. If you've got a couple of minutes and you want to do that, that would be really cool. I'd love to hear your feedback. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below. This is on a Tuesday. Usually I release these videos on a Friday. This video was actually supposed to be released last Friday. I just didn't have the time. But there will be another jersey concept video coming this Friday on Black Friday. And like I said, about Black Friday, make sure you save your coin until Friday because Sports Template is doing a huge sale. I'll see you then on Friday with a new video. Have a great couple of days, guys. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Adios.
you.